Let's talk about home inspections and why they are so important. Hi, I'm Mike Doggett from Windermere Real Estate, Citigroup, with a short video about an important step in the home buying process. So you found that perfect house and you want to make sure you put forth your very best offer. The house has everything you've been looking for: a chef's kitchen, a huge family room, RV parking. The house seems to be in excellent condition with no obvious structural issues. You ask yourself, do I really need a home inspection? I'm here to tell you from my own personal experience that it is always advisable that you include a home inspection contingency with your offer. As I learned, there can be some very serious structural problems that are not visible with the naked eye or without the proper equipment or knowledge. In 2016, we purchased a home from relatives, and by all appearances, the house looked solid, so we opted to not have an inspection. After closing, in preparation to have our floors replaced, we pulled up the carpet, and to our horror, we found what looked to be water damage on the subfloor, all across the front of the house. After further inspection, we found dry rot had permeated through the house siding into the floor beams. Before we could have our new hardwood floors installed, we had to cut out and install new floor beams, seal plates, and replace the siding across the entire front of the house. It was a very painful lesson for me that spending $500 or $600 for a home inspection was a drop in the bucket compared to what we spent to repair what we could not see with our eyes. A home inspector is trained to inspect the home for structural problems, health and safety issues, problems with the roof, or problems with mechanical, electrical, or plumbing issues. An inspector may find issues that they aren't able to properly evaluate, which may require additional inspections and an expert to be called in. Dependent upon the age and location of your home, a sewer scope is often advisable to ensure that the sewer system is in working order. It is very common during a sewer scope inspection on the South Hill of Spokane to find tree roots in the pipes that could lead to future problems. Having a certified home inspector do a thorough inspection of the home can help you avoid problems that could cost you thousands of dollars to repair. Most rural properties are on a well, which may require additional inspections for quality and quantity of the water serving the house. Rural properties also have an on-site septic system that should be inspected after being pumped. A typical home inspection costs between $500 and $1,000 depending upon the level of inspection ordered. Some of the tests a buyer can request in addition to the structural inspection are air quality tests for things like mold and radon. For older homes, a test for lead in the paint or asbestos or other biological contaminants can add to that cost. Inspection for rodents or other pests could also add to the level and the cost of the inspection. So what if a seller offers a copy of an inspection they had completed by a licensed inspector? An inspector offers an objective, unbiased visual inspection and works for the buyer or the person who is paying for the inspection. If I am making one of the biggest investment decisions in my life, the inspector should be working for me, right? It is common practice that a buyer will be present during the inspection so the inspector can provide additional information about what the inspector has identified as potential problems. A purchase offer is a binding real estate contract that states you agree to pay the seller the agreed upon purchase price. An inspection contingency provides a time frame for which you must have an inspection, identify any defects you'd like to address, and negotiate repairs or renegotiate the purchase price. It also provides with an exit opportunity should you find things during the inspection that you really don't like. So hiring a home inspector with the proper training, certifications, and licensing is critical for a thorough, unbiased inspection that could literally save you thousands of dollars in repairs. As a realtor, I can recommend inspectors that I have worked with, but ultimately the decision is going to be up to you, as the buyer, to hire the inspector you feel most comfortable with. So hiring a home inspector with the proper training, certifications, and licensing is critical for a thorough, unbiased inspection that could literally save you thousands of dollars in repairs. As a realtor, I can recommend inspectors that I have worked with, but ultimately the decision is going to be up to you, as the buyer, to hire the inspector you feel most comfortable with. You should plan on spending about 3 to 4 hours with the inspector during the inspection. Most times, sellers will not be present, so I, as your agent, will be in attendance as well. Sorry about that, got a bug that flew into me. An inspector will usually give you more details about the inspection than what they put on paper. You should receive an electronic copy of the inspection by the end of the day. This report likely is to be about 20 or more pages long with what seems to be an overwhelming amount of information. Don't fret. You and I will discuss the results and determine how we will proceed based on what was found. I hope this answers any question you may have about home inspections. I appreciate you taking the time to watch, and if you have any additional questions about home inspections or anything else about the home buying or selling process, you can comment below or contact me directly. I'd be honored to help guide you through the real estate process. Once again, thanks for taking the time, and we'll talk soon.